After I told you a lot of facts about the fourth episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, many fans are interested in facts about the fifth episode. Now the episodes will be released much faster, so you can expect the fifth episode soon. In the fifth episode, Ragatha will become evil and reveal her true opinion about each of the main characters. In this video, I will tell you what to expect in episode 5 and when to expect the new episode. Let's start with the estimated release date for episode 5. As you all know by now, the fourth episode came out much earlier than we all expected. On Tumblr, Gooseworks wrote, even before episode 3 was released, that episode 4 was in the animation stage. That post was back in August. From that post, we can also say with certainty that the script for the fifth episode was already fully ready at that time. These facts allow me to make the bold prediction that the fifth episode was already about 40 or 50% complete by the time the fourth episode saw the light of day. At this point, it's safe to say that Glitch Studios is all over the Amazing Digital Circus as their main project. No longer will new episodes take a 6-month wait. Each new episode will be released about 2.5 months after the previous one. That means we should expect the fifth episode sometime in late February. We know that Glitch always releases new episodes on Fridays because that's the most convenient time for most of the audience to watch a new episode. Based on all these facts, I'm betting that the fifth episode will be released on February 21st or 28th. Now I propose that we move on to what's in store for episode 5. I want to start by saying that we know measurably less about episode 5 than we knew about episode 3 and episode 4 before it came out. Some of the assumptions may be contradictory because, at this point, the big picture is pretty hard to visualize. But after all, we've always wanted to peek behind the veil of mystery and find out what's in store for us next in the new episode. We have some lines that Gooseworks wrote in Tumblr. We have some vague descriptions of future episodes. We're also left with a teaser that's great for episode 5 that hasn't appeared anywhere yet, an unfinished stadium or arena location that we were shown in a trailer for future episodes, and a not-so-reliable description of episode 5 that appeared on the IMDb website. Also, I'm sure that the adventures we were listed in episode 4 that were rejected by the characters this time around will still come back later. I suggest we break it all down in order. We know that the next episode will be about revealing Ragatha's character. We began to learn new facts and secrets about her character in the fourth episode. When her mind became clouded by the effects of the dumb sauce, she began to act like she was drunk. This is a problem that Gangle pinpoints very accurately in her conversation with Pomni. Ragatha seems nice and kind, but that is only her outer shell. Ragatha usually never says what she really thinks about others, so as not to create conflict and maintain good-natured relationships. This is a problem we could notice back in Pilot. When Ragatha was attacked by an abstracted Kaufmo, she tried to talk to him. Ragatha thought Kaufmo was mad at her for being insincere. The moment Ragatha was cornered, she had to honestly admit that she didn't laugh heartily at all his jokes. Not all jokes were funny. In the fourth episode, Ragatha started telling all the characters what she really thought of them. This had some unusual consequences. While Zubul and Jax didn't pay much attention to it, Gangle was very upset about Ragatha's harsh judgment. In episode 5, Ragatha will most likely find herself back in a situation where she can say what she thinks about everyone around her without remorse or direct consequences. For that outcome, Ragatha needs to stop being in control of her actions again. She needs to gain the power that will temporarily put her above everyone else and give her a sense of freedom. I think I know how Ragatha would get into this situation. It didn't take long for the IMDb website to say that in episode 5, Ragatha will be the host in a large stadium with spectators and fans. The stadium, or arena, is the same unfinished location of Kane that we saw in the trailer of the new episodes. I think the fifth episode will have an ancient Rome theme. There will be battles in the stadium, like the Colosseum in ancient times, but Ragatha will need to commentate on it all. On Tumblr, Gooseworks was once asked to describe in one word each episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, starting with the second. Then Gooseworks described episode 5 with the word, haha. This laughter seems to epitomize how Ragatha will make fun of all the flaws of the main characters and NPCs for the sake of viewer approval. I think this adventure is actually among the rejected ones in the fourth episode. Let's remember that scene where Kane reads the suggestions for new adventures that the other main characters have written. In that letter that Jax wrote, he suggested making an adventure in which Zubul would become a piñata, and the other characters would take turns beating her. In turn, Zubul suggested an adventure in which Jax would be unable to speak. Gangle's suggestion is what became the episode's adventure, a fast food masquerade. There's one very important detail to note here. Kane is an artificial intelligence. Have you ever tried posing a query to a neural network? If you asked a neural network to think up an adventure for you in which, for example, Jax can't speak, the neural network's output would be extensive. Such an adventure would be very strange, but it wouldn't boil down to the fact that it's a normal adventure, but Jax has to be silent from beginning to end. Why am I so sure that old adventures are bound to return? We already know that Kane doesn't just throw out his ideas. In Episode 4, many NPCs from previous episodes appeared as customers of Spudsy's fast food restaurant. Also, we still haven't seen the scene from that old teaser in the episodes where Gummigoo, Princess Lululalu, Martha Mildenhall, and Orbsman stand in a row. I'm betting that this scene is with a new room off the map, like the one we saw in Episode 2. It makes sense that this room should now appear. We've seen episodes with all the characters from this teaser. Now, there's nothing stopping an episode like this from appearing that brings every character together. I think that in the new adventure, the characters will get a chance to silence Jax completely for a while and get revenge on him for all his pranks and jokes. Like I said, the adventure will most likely have a Roman theme. If Ragatha is going to commentate duels in the arena, she will have to take a very important role. For example, Empress of Rome. The rest of the main characters will be her cronies. They will all be watching the duels in the Colosseum. At first, only NPCs will fight in the arena. However, soon Jax will start to piss off the other characters. And at that point, the characters will discover that this adventure has democracy for them. This means that by majority decision, they can do anything they want, within reason. When Jax has beaten everyone, all the characters, except Jax himself, will vote to send him off to fight in the arena and shut up. At this point, he will say the phrase that Gooseworks wrote in her Tumblr as an answer to a question about Episode 5. Democracy sucks. Jax will fight against the NPCs he dislikes the most. They are Orbsman and Queen Glink. Jax will probably also get a chance to get revenge on the ghosts from Episode 3, who tied him up off-screen. In order for viewers to approve of Ragatha, she'll have to be mean to Jax. She will probably say another phrase from Tumblr Gooseworks. I want you dead. Viewers will demand more, and Ragatha will have to send other main characters into the arena. Pomni will be able to remember the collision bugs and will save herself and all the other characters. They will enter the very room outside the map, and there they will find something to defeat Ragatha. What do you think about it? When do you think Episode 5 will be released? What will happen to Ragatha? What kind of adventure is in store for us? Write your thoughts and theories in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them. The best comments will make it to the new videos. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck, everyone, and bye-bye.